Gunner, I think regardless of what hero he plays, he runs around. But again, I think Dark Mago on these mid heroes, this guy loves to run around. Like he loves his Tinies, his Bad Riders, his Kunkkas. Like this guy is super active.
Now, something we saw, or I should say us, unfortunately, that we weren't into the game yet, because understandably, you can let them, start running out of the base. But Nature's Prophet getting the teleport level 1 right off the bat, and just immediately teleporting mid to put that ward down right away. So that was not seen, at least ideally not seen.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I've seen people like try both, right? The level 1 Sprout, deal some damage, and like be annoying. I have also seen people go for the TP. Like then you just like TP to the lane, or you trade early, you TP out, TP back in, you get the bonuses of the bonus damage and armor. It's pretty cool.
Some early vision for the team. We'll see if it stays or not. Right now, both teams matching up in the mid lane. Matter of how do they fight for these runes. Moo's trying to wrap around for maybe the bottom rune still there, but might have a chance actually. Okay, Jim Park's heading back. Oh, EMP on top of the bottom rune. Spawn hits right before it. Ends up being 2 for 2 bounty runes. Really not much of a clash despite the setup right there.
Yeah, there's also something in this early game for Beast Coast where maybe this Tiny can like try to make some really big plays. Like if Schofield can look to run mid later with like a toss back on Gunner, like Invoker hates some early movement happening to him. So that's also something they need to be aware of.
Let the sticky napalms commence.
Yep.
I love this build, the 5 Iron Branch, 3 Tango build on Bat Rider.
Yeah, honestly, you really need it. This hero has such low like base damage. It just happens like every patch where you just get lower base damage. You also universal, so the stakes really help you out.
We'll take a look at all 3 lanes here. The mid one's certainly going to be fun, but top lane, Death Prophet core matched up with the Tiny support, going up against the Nature's Prophet as well as the Faceless Void. So K1 looking to have a redemption game, certainly. And it feels like this is good chance of that, at least.
I think so. I mean, he had a decent lane, I think, last game. I think he's supposed to have a pretty okay lane this time around as well. Tiny 4 doesn't pressure too much. It's going to have a lot to do with, okay, how well does Yamson do in the first few waves? And then how much is he going to look for ganks? Because if he can find kills all over the place, I think it's definitely okay to sacrifice your Void just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I see pause coming out right here. Hopefully a quick tech pause to get back into it. Bottom lane, there's that last pick, Chaos Knight with the Shadow Demon up against the Clockwork and the Wraith King. Again, fascinated to watch this Wraith King and what he's able to do. The Vampiric Spirit, of course, already leveled up right here. But once again, the Shadow Demon. Is there any reason why you'd expect anything different with the Shadow Demon? Is he going to prioritize the shard here?
Yeah, for sure. Right? It's still gonna be super good. You take off. I mean, I guess there's not super much that you take off defensively, but time dilation, and most importantly, I think the Spirit Vessel that we're very likely gonna see on Gunner, unless he wants to play some Exort build with Midas.
Now I was wondering that. I mean, you look at the makeup here of Nouns. You have Clockwork and Nature's Prophet and a Chronos. Like you have. It seems like Sunstrike build is definitely relevant. Want to really go that direction, but it feels like more the Quaswex style. And
yeah, I guess the one problem with the Quas Exort is that when you lane into Bad Rider, which you are, you're super susceptible. Whereas you go Quas Vex, you keep burning his mana. Honestly, Invoker should do very well in this matchup nowadays.
Okay. Early on, 6-3 Bat Rider. Invoker 1-1, so early on it's a bit of a struggle, but
yeah, it should get better. So we'll see. At least that is my belief. As down bottom, they're looking at a potential go. Good cogs.
Now Lilith having to deal with the illusion, all these things to click here around, but bit of harassment back and forth. Wraith King, of course, using that Wraithfire Blast to assist as well. But so far, Chaos Knight is having a great time. 11-0, 7-1 Wraith King. In fact, Chaos Knight doing some good damage here. There's 2 stacks of poison. Wraith King will be fine, but having to make his way out of the lane for the time being. Getting pretty low.
I mean, ideally, when you play Wraith King, you want to play against heroes that don't care too much about the skeletons. I mean, obviously, Beast Cults have last pick, so they're going to choose a hero that deals with it pretty okay. But as long as you can do well in the lane, I think Moo's going to be... He's going to be fine.
What's the build on the Wraith team then? I know you mentioned like maybe like an aura builder. He's not really an aura builder though, right? So
generally, what I've seen is just like you go some phase boots, armlet, and then like you go for the radiance. Like you just play it like you're a core. Or sometimes it's like phase boots, blade mail, and like you, yeah, it's like some the blade mail radiance is generally what I've seen so far.
all right. Let's see what Moo decides to go for. Yeah, CK feeling pretty good though with the CS so far, but top lane CS again, K1 is having a fantastic time. 16-1 right now, up here at the top lane. But all three cores on the Radiant side are managing to have some decent CS score themselves, including that mid matchup. It is continuing to be pretty Batrider favorite.
They're so low HP. Okay, Lotus. Oof.
Close call there.
I mean, Schofield does not. They don't have quelling blades in this lane against Nature's Prophet, which is gonna be very annoying. Like you don't want to ferry out tangles all the time. I guess Schofield is probably also looking to like what gate hits over 3, so he has a 1-1-1 build, so he can potentially look to go mid. Because Dark Mago, he is schooling Gunner mid right now, like pretty hard.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, this is just pure dominance at this point. 19-10, 11-2 on the other side. So not the greatest news. If you're Nouns early on, mentioning really need Invoker to have a good start, but it's still definitely time to recover, especially when you go around the 6-minute mark or so. See what kind of plays can be made. Maybe get involved in a hero killer too, and suddenly he's right back in it. But gonna need to be a bit of an uphill battle here for Gunner after this early start. It seems like bottom lane, Wraith King, Router Rift full in. Stinger doing what he can as well, get the 3rd stack of poison, but with the battery assault, having to try to run away, although TP in from Yamsum, disruption on himself. Battery Assault gonna wear off, but the great Sprout block
Here's
pushes in
Schofield.
the other direction, but Schofield shows up as well. Somebody's dying, and it's going to be Nature's Prophet, and possibly Clockwork as well. The Cogs, but he traps Chaos Knight with a nice Wraithfire Blast, and Clockwork will manage to somehow survive. Oh, the main, they want the kill still, but no, he can't toss in time. Close call indeed, but the kill going the way of beastcoast.
Yeah, it's a nice response from them to bring Schofield on bottom, go for the turn play. I mean, I like the idea from Nouns, but I think the next time they go for this play, I think they can set it up like a bit better. Maybe allow Moo to like get more HP and so on, but nice turn play from Beast Coast.
All right, so distracted by what's going on at the bottom lane. Well, apparently we're not done just yet, as, okay, he'll be fine, but more harassment, this time the way favoring Nouns. But yeah, I mean, Invoker has stepped it up a bit. A couple minutes later, and suddenly that CS isn't nearly as one-sided.
Yeah, it would be nice if Nouns can slow down the Batrider, because I think the way that this game can break open for Beast Coast is if Dark Mago can have a good game on the bat. And I think if you don't do anything about it, he's gonna have a good game.
Sprout top lane, the time dilation as well, as Death Prophet is being pretty aggressive up against the Faceless Void right there. Faceless Void does manage to continue to have a very good time himself. K1 once again, but needs to help his teammate. Nature's Prophet, not much he can do to help his teammate. Faceless Void at that point, so ends up being a free kill for the side of Beast Coast.
And I think now with Sacred about to get level 5 and like closing in on these arcane boots, I think similarly to last game, it will allow Schofield to move away from this lane. It looks like K1's gonna get the Lotus. So like both cores are gonna be fine, and then it's up to, okay, how much can Schofield and Yamson make happen on the map?
The seeds of fortune.
So for the time being, Schofield's still up here. Has full mana to work with, though. Faceless Void. We certainly respect that, as he got bounty runes coming out. Yamsun does manage to get a couple. That's pretty good news for Nouns right there. Open out the team. Back to the top lane, though. See the bottom lane action. Top lane, Faceless Void does get comboed down. Yeah, I was watching that myself, and they just simply ran up, combo with Tiny, and siphoned from Death Prophet. More than enough damage. So the bottom lane was also a little bit of a clash there, but the big kill on Faceless Void is by himself.
There's also a way now, like if K1 TP's back top and maybe like Stinger can take the gate or something and they re-kill him, could really slow down his game. So he's going to have to be a little careful about what he does. So he does TP top, so he just needs to make sure that he gets to hold the lane, because he was up to a very good start.
Yeah, he absolutely was. And again, he had like above half life. He got just a little greedy though by himself with a creep wave, and they made him pay. Now another TP coming in from Clockwork. Sacred is level 6. Has Exorcism, not using it yet at late, but more TP support coming in for Nouns. And now we see Death Prophet has a wand. EMP comes up. They really want this Death Prophet kill, but at what cost? Tiny's going to combo them in. Lelis gets low. K1 has to respect the damage. And Sacred's more than fine, by the way. Now Batrider shows up. The Tornado one through Gunnar. Uh-oh, he's in a bad spot. He's spotted. Ghost Walk ain't helping him here. Lelis. Poison may end up taking him down, but they want Invoker. That's the big time. Nice time dilation. It will help keep Gunnar alive for the time being. Oh, it's so slow, though.
Okay, here comes Schofield.
The finish, yep, finishes
That's
off
one.
Clockwork. There's finally one kill. Sacred, the Ghost, they kill Yamsun as well. They shred through that half-life remaining. A long fight, ends up being 2 kills for Nouns.
Yeah, it's not great. I feel like what's going on. I feel like this is really game ruining actually for Gunner's game. Like they're forcing all of the heroes top to try and kill this DP where, I mean, nicely done by Schofield protecting with the avalanche, but then all Sacred has to do is pop some siphons and he's totally okay. That's okay, they're going mid, Dark Mago.
They would love this kill. It would be absolutely a big one. The cold stops. Oh no, it's not enough damage. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's got to be so frustrating if you're Nouns thinking you finally have your first kill on the board, but he manages to barely fly away. One more auto attack would do it. Not going to be.
Okay, it's Void is going to TP back top. I mean, there's no Exo, so you'll be fine for a little bit, but I would say for now, I would prefer if Nouns started playing through different heroes. Like, I think they should play through their Invoker, maybe even play through the Wraith King down bottom. Like, you can kick out the CK down there, but maybe they've missed some timings, at least for now. K1 is... He does have his Chrono available, so maybe there will be a play. Uh-oh. Careful, K1.
Yeah, at Half-Life, it seems... I was going to say, this is like deja vu, honestly. The silence...
Good silence. I love that level up. He held his skill point and then just took the silence. It's turn kill down bottom. Gunnar will get himself an earn charge.
That's got to feel good, and unless it results in a death, oh no, Gunnar, he's in trouble. He gets pushed back initially. The sticky napalm's making him so damn slow. And never mind about feeling good, because that's a death on Invoker for that first kill on the Shadow Demon. This is all Beast Coast early on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a Sacred. TP's down bottom, gets a kill there. Love that he took the silence. Without the silence, you don't kill K1. So literally just that one little point means that the enemy carry does die. And again, I think Jim Park is just set up for an absolutely free early game.
Yeah, he's even using the illusion to split up the farm a little bit, having to go to the jungle while he farms out the creep wave. Moo heading back down here on Wraith King, but he's going to have to protect this tower, and he is building that blade mail, but it certainly feels like that they really need impact out of Wraith King, because he is the one core that's doing all right here. Both Invoker and Faceless Void especially are falling behind, not where you want to be for Nouns.
Yeah, I mean, what is their network even looking like? So yeah, Moo's doing pretty well. He's sitting at 4,400. Looks like he is queuing up this like blade mail, and then I mean, he doesn't have his next item queued up yet, but Moo is doing very well for himself. He has same net worth as the CK, Schofield. The neutral item. Okay, got it.
Need it. This is that potential, though. They get on paper with the teleporting in, the global presence, but you still can't even kill the support Tiny. That's got to feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's 11 minutes and you have super aggressive support, but you only found one kill, which, you know, it doesn't mean the game's over, but you're going to have to look at kind of how to get back in. Okay, who do we use? Like Gunnar closing in on a vessel. Maybe like we start playing through him. Moo's having a good game. Like play through your strong heroes.
I mean, you got Chronosphere. K1, he's in the area. He's down here towards the bottom. Oh, currently being pinged out, by the way. They see him. Schofield setting up and seeing if he's going to hang around much longer. Not going to be the case, though. K1, for his sake, he is going to fall back and keeps himself alive. But yeah, to that point, again, he has Chronosphere, and so that could potentially come into play as well. But he's not really looking to use it either. He's looking to just recover and farm at this point, obviously, and finding himself mid now for the time being. No bottom lane, though. That's a big push coming.
I mean, they need this vessel and then like try to look for a play and punch back. Because for now, there's no counterplay to that. Like Gunnar and Void are falling behind in CS by a lot. Like having 40 CS right now, I think is not okay for the heroes unless you're finding kills, which they're not. They're also bleeding on the map. So I think it's time for them to take a deep breath and talk about, okay, what are we waiting for? And then let's do it together.
Yeah. Right now, Beast Coast, they seem like they're all on the same page on the other side of the spectrum there. They are flowing very nicely. A great bottom tower push with very little to no resistance. You have Death Prophet now has the mech to go with those arcane boots, of course, an eventual guardian greaves to come, but even with just the combo here, she is feeling very deadly as far as being
what the hell
unable
is
to
this
kill
CK
her.
illusion? Look, it's an invisible man. Looks hilarious.
Oh, what? Yeah, that's actually different than what I'm looking. Oh, that's a little funky there, yeah.
All right, vessel is completed. Do we have a vessel charge? We don't. All right, Gunner, it's time to die. He needs to fill up his vessel right now. It's time for skirmish, and if you die, it's fine. Then the next one will be good. But if you kill them, then you just get it. Because honestly, the game is sure you're only down like 2k, 3k gold, but I think a super flat map is also not very good for them. You want to like get something small done every now and then.
Well, Batrider showing himself in the lane, but he's got boots of travel. He's flying pretty damn fast here. He's got the Firefly active and not going to be the hero that you're looking to jump at that time, so no chance to make a play there. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight, he's not the greatest stat killer. He's going to take a while, but you see comparison to the Faceless Void.
Yeah.
Once again, it's Jim Park having a fantastic game in K1. Unfortunately, a bit of a struggle early.
I mean, he'll just happily whack away, at least over time. They kept buffing KO Strike, so it deals like more damage to create, so it gives you a nice lifesteal. Okay, Blade Mail Midas. We're late gaming in this game. We've got a Midas on Wraith King. We've got a Midas on Void. I think we're queuing up a Midas on Invoker as well. So maybe with triple Midas, just keeping the map as it is might just be fine.
Yeah, it kind of goes. It's interesting because of what you're saying earlier. It's like the exact opposite of the win condition. It's they need to go fast early on, get hunt kills. But speaking of hunting kills, kill found on Nature's Prophet. Okay, he was scouting out for the rune, and
I think he did actually get it. Yeah. So they did get both Wisdom runes. Easy clap, So this is going to be the game plan. You farm, and every 7 minutes, Nature's Prophet suicides on the enemy Wisdom runes.
There you go. All right, come back. Mechanic is in play. Let's go.
I mean, they do have good late game potential, right? You've got the bubble, you got Cataclysm. So if we get to 25 minutes plus without getting owned too hard on the map, they'll be fine. But I think that this playstyle is you're supposed to get punished incredibly hard.
And I'm sure it's one of those. Honestly, they probably were on the same page that you were saying of like start fast, get the kill, but it just didn't happen. And you know what? You got to make adjustments sometimes. And to that point, as you're saying, absolutely a team that can scale. Now, Sacred. That's a big hit right there for the Wraith King. Nature's Prophet comes in as well, but again, this is a tanky Death Prophet. The siphons her out. He heals on up. Chronosphere going to be used to want the kill steal the EMP. That should be it. There you go. That's the combo you're waiting for if you're Nouns, and they might get more. Tiny. He's also dead, so finally coming together as 5, and Nouns, the first successful fight of the game for them.
All right, easy game. Easy game. Triple Midas, you win a fight. Honestly, they feel good right now. They know that they have some triple Midas. They just won a super crucial fight where K1 comes in with a good chrono. That was very needed for them.
Yeah, knew the potential certainly there. It's a matter of it comboing together, and that is a very tanky Death Prophet, especially at this point of the game. So yeah, that certainly has to feel good. Who already has a Guardian Crease, by the way. But now, while that's all happening, Chaos Knight farming away, Echo Saber to go with the armlet. So he is still making plenty of progress himself. And then you do look back at Death Prophet as well, and she is still a big threat despite that. It took a lot of tools to make that happen, but good nonetheless.
No, definitely. They're likely going to get this BKB on Dark Mago, and I think it's nice if they could take this mid-tier 1. I don't really like where Sacred is playing. I think if this lane gets pushed out too much, he's going to be in danger of dying again, so I think he's probably going to look to just chill, maybe eventually converge onto this mid tower. But Nouns have definitely stabilized the game a little bit.
Yeah, Batrider, you mentioned the BKB. It's almost finished. The recipe coming. There is the Hannah Midas, though, finished on Wraith King. So he's got his own now. And Invoker, I believe, is going to be delivered out as well. So the Midas is all going to be online here for the side of Nouns.
Your favorite thing to see when you're a support. You see your 3 cores have a Midas. You know you're in for a long one. As Levis finds Jim Park. Who finds who? Good hook.
I mean, it's Clockwork that may end up dying. Never mind, he actually ends up getting away. Thanks to the Tumbler's toy. And will they kill the Chaos Knight now? The ice was put down and slowing down the Polar. No, and Invoker gets exploded. So they do kill the Chaos Knight, but Invoker, once that Reality Rift hit, did not stand a chance. Wraith King, we're going to see his first reincarnation, perhaps. There we go.
Uh-oh, he is dead twice.
Yep, he's in a bad spot. The silence after the fact. It's going to wear off here, so has a Wraithfire Blast, but there's just way too much slow. Too many heroes here, and Schofield credit for the kill in the end. So 2 cores for one. I suppose you got to give it to Beast Coast there.
Yeah, at least by a little bit. That was a nice try from Yamson. Like, when you have these cogs and you sprout into it, sometimes, like, stuff gets a bit wacky, so he just, like, pushes out the CK, and then I think they also broke their own lasso with Reality Rift. I don't know why that's still possible, but either way, they still got the kill, so that was a nice sprout. And now let's look at the lasso, because it gets insta-cancelled. It looks funky. It happens, like, every 5th time you play like Bad Rider, some weird stuff happens.
Oh, yeah, so CK dying, but again, they got the 2 cores themselves.
Yeah.
Overall, Beast Coast can be pretty satisfied with the outcome considering. Blink for Tiny also now online, so Schofield has his powerful initiation tool. He mentioned the BKB on Bat Rider has now been finished, and he too is queuing up a Blink Dagger, so more of that initiation presence is coming. In fact, Death Prophet is also thinking about going to one. Maybe going to get the shard first. Well, maybe not. Maybe just actually click the Blink here. We'll see.
I'm down. Like, when I see people that want to, like, play really greedy on the map, one way to punish it is just by being more mobile. Like, you start getting Blink Daggers, Boost of Travel, because you're like, okay, you want to play this open map? I'm going to keep going everywhere and kill you.
Sounds legit. It sounds so simple, but at the same time, it makes sense. It really does. Make them pay for being greedy. Nothing wrong with that. That's the strategy of Beast Coast now. It continues to go back to just the adaptation that we discussed. Love to see it throughout these games. So now it's Beast Coast's turn to adapt in that sense. And the BKB for Chaos Knight is going to help their cause as well, as that's almost finished.
There's some definitely big items coming up. I must say, you know, K1, he's got his Midas on board, 9k net worth. If he gets to keep scaling and the game stays like this is definitely a good trajectory for Nouns.
Can Beast Coast do Roshan here quickly? I mean, they're not even going to try for it.
Oh, they definitely can. Like, you have level 2 Exo, CK is pretty good at it. Like, just those 2 heroes alone can do it. So it's okay. They're all gating, so Moo is in quite a bit of trouble if he doesn't get out quickly.
He's in a lot of trouble. And however, they might get the kill on Tiny first. Never mind. Reality Rift pulling, the exorcism's up, and now Moo realizing it was a trap all along. So Reincarnation likely to be the death of him the second time. Nice silence, gets a couple of auto attacks in. I mean, he's doing some okay damage, but he's just not tanky enough, and eventually gets cut down. Sacred was hoping for more. But we are about to hit 20 minutes, and that means Roshan's coming down here.
Yeah. I mean, at any point that they want to hit Roche with Exo, it's just dead. And it looks like that is what they're going to do now. Yamson does steal the rune away. And we'll also have to see what Moo is going to buy, because I don't know how much I like the Ag. So when you play Aghanims on Wraith King, of course, you give people more time to cast their spells. But when you play Faceless Void Invoker, you need to land one combo properly. And I don't know if that really helps you do that.
Well, is he committed to it? I mean, I guess he's not 100% committed to it. So yeah, we'll see if he
Not yet, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beast Coast will get themselves Aegis, which is going to be great for them. At least Lilith is going to have fun too. Max Rocket Flare with Aghanims.
Oh yeah, that feels good, at least for him. Nice overclocking. But the exorcism, it actually wore off like right as Roshan came down here. So yeah, it's taking a bit longer than they hoped for, but in the end, it is still a Roshan kill. And there is the Aegis picked up by CK. He's also level 15 now as well. So.
Oh, Yamson did it again.
All right, well, gonna cost him his life again, but you know what? He got the rune.
Worth it. It's time to set an alarm clock right now, as Moo dies as well. Jim Park just blasting him out of this game.
Yeah, I guess that's more. I was watching the Nature's Prophet with you, but Wraith King, that was definitely the more significant kill right there, certainly taking place. So Beast Coast getting a bit more of a laugh out of that.
I guess the Wisdom Rune steals are pretty cool, and they will start adding up eventually. So when can Nouns fight back? Yeah, maybe this Manta style on K1, and I think every time you have Chrono, you look for 1-2 kills, you go back to farming, because yeah, they're gonna need a more influx of gold. I think Creeps and the Midases may not cut it.
Yeah. Faceless Void, we saw what happened when he got that big Chronosphere earlier and got a couple kills out of it. Since then, it's been back to just the farm game. Gonna try to do a Tormentor, though. The Sprout's making it a little awkward there, but he'll manage, and that's going to be Lelis picking up the shard. So to go along with the axe, he's going to have Jetpack, that overclocking. Now, this Clockwork actually, he's having a pretty good time, honestly.
No, for sure. He's still gonna be chilling. Rocket Flare is gonna be good. Just keep giving you more vision. Okay, I mean, Aegis is on the deck, of course, for Radiant. They also have Exo again. I think it's time for them to speed up the process. Looks like there's gonna be a 3-man smoke.
Now, Gunner's hunting on Invoker, meanwhile at the bottom, but the 3-player smoke in the mid lane. Ooh, Faceless Void. Talk about a good target. They see him at the last second. Can they catch him? Yep. Schofield catches. There's the toss back. Time dilation.
Nope,
The Manta. It's
no.
not going to matter. Good attempt, but Jim Park credit for the kill. And talk about a prime target if you're Beast Ghost.
Yep, that's for sure the best kill that you could find on the map. Now let's see what can they do. Push mid, maybe pressure the tier 2. Dark Mago could honestly also look at other lanes later as well. Like he's Bad Rider, he has Travels, he has Blink. So yeah, Beast Ghost doing all the right things.
Dare I say it's like clockwork for them. Despite
You
going
dare
up
say it.
against the clockwork. Yeah. All right, anyways, Exorcism active for Death Prophets. Yeah, it should be. God, speaking of Cloud, those freaking rockets, man.
Yeah, it's nearly killing the illusions with the Phantasm, who just gonna AFK its way to death for now. Okay, maybe there's a Tormentor gonna be done for Beast Coast, maybe? As Jim Park does TP back to farm some Ancients.
Seems like a reasonable idea for them, but for now they're not doing so. Though teleports are coming in, so likely to happen. Wraith King, I think he is pretty committed now to that Axe. I believe he just needs, he just needs a point booster. So we are going to be seeing the Axe. You mentioned earlier, maybe not the biggest fan of it, but either way, it'll be happening. And
yeah,
value.
Sometimes you don't do the best thing, but you can still make it work. So
Yeah.
it's all good. Easy shard for Dark Mago. It's gonna help him. I have definitely seen that people transition Bad Rider more into like a right clicker when it comes to like the mid to later stages where you get the shard, Witchblade, Hurricane Pike, and so on. Like your solo kill potential is off the chart.
Yeah. Yeah, so why not get that shard for now? And hey, with as we keep talking about, this game is likely to potentially be a bit of a longer one. So seems reasonable there that Bat Rider will have some right click presence himself. As Invoker gets out of potentially a scary situation there. Blinks on out. And Gunner, it's been a bit of a struggle this time for Gunner. And the Earth Spirit game, he's had a pretty good start and, a bit of momentum there, but hasn't really found the kills that you'd hope for on this Invoker 1-3-3 stat line. But it goes back to just the general idea that now this transition to, if anything, is just taking this late. So
yeah.
Just doing his part there.
I think the early game just didn't go according to plan, so it's backup time. It's plan B. Just take it to the late game, hope for the best. But big items are coming out for Beast Coast. We've got the AC on Chaos Knight. We've got the Solar Crest on the SD. I think he has a shard as well. So eventually, Nouns will have to start catching Beast Coast off guard, and it's just way easier for Beast Coast. They've got a Tiny who can catch you, a Bad Rider, so they're gonna keep playing on with the front foot.
Easy tower kill. Rockets continue to fly in, but mid lane, Bat Rider. Minimap looked like they might have gone for a jump right there, but Bat Rider a little too defensively postured, not the easiest to jump. Is gonna lose the mid tower, so good job by Nouns managing to get that at least, although almost 26 minutes in, but hey, better late than never. Aegis, it's been reclaimed. But that's not going to stop Beast Coast, though. They're still very aggressively postured. They're not concerned about that.
It looks like Dark Mago's pinging top. He was maybe debating, okay, maybe I should go and hunt Gunner, because they did see his TP. I would like Beast Coast to pick up a gem, because the only way for Nouns to nicely read the map and keep dodging them is if they have good wards up. And this one ward around this mid lane, it's giving them a lot of info.
Yeah.
They do find it now.
Well, Bat Rider pushing out the bottom there. He has a Haste Rune bottled up on the Bat Rider to go with that Blink and the BKB, so definitely a chance to find somebody and make a play with it.
Schofield also been having a pretty good game on his Tiny. He's at least protecting Dark Mago for now. I think maybe some wave clearing, then he was Smoke Gob, look for a play, because... Yeah, I mean, it looks like Nouns are pretty chill with how the game is going. I guess they're keeping the net worth somewhat steady.
Yeah, I mean, 6,000, not too shabby overall at this point to be in, about 27 minutes in. Speaking of that, we have tier 3 neutral items. In fact, there you go, going to start to drop now, so that's just another factor. could certainly consider right here.
I mean, Lelis is getting a lot of hero damage in this game. He's just like sitting in one spot and like giving his team vision, just like being annoying. I don't think he's been in a kill for a while. I mean, granted, they don't have that many kills, but that's honestly the biggest impact he can have right now is show his team the enemy heroes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like every single cooldown he has ready for those rockets to just use them off cooldown and get any kind of vision for the team, do a little bit of harassment in the process. Death Prophet, yeah, it seems like the presence that she had the very early laning phase, of course, pushed the bottom tower early on. Has been stuck in more of a farm style recently too. beastcoast is kind of just adapting to the situation himself. But to say this, they are going to find a jump on Wraith King. A bit awkward with the Reality Rift, but man, they just blow him up.
Yeah, he dies pretty quickly, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, the lasso, that's just an actual dead Wraith King.
Oh, well, he's still alive.
Well, kinda.
Farm creeps. He nearly got the courier. I would have called the wharf.
4,200 gold, baby. That's worth.
Okay, we've got a Kaya. So Kaya Sanj completed on. Oh, Gunner, careful.
TP out. He's good. Got a close call there. But little clinch on that one, I'm sure. But Batrider unable to find him in the end, so good getaway at least from him. But yeah, Wraith King, another death. And I mean, beastcoast absolutely showing, if there was any doubt, that they have burst. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, whoever they find, they are just straight up dead. 52% dire win probability, huh? And maybe I'm not up to date, because I still feel like beastcoast are doing pretty well. But Dota, Gaben is saying 52 for dire. I think there's some Faceless Void Invoker bias.
I mean, that's that's a little crazy, honestly. Yeah, there's no way this is still a 50-50, man.
I mean, they have good late game. I get it. Don't get me wrong. But I think stats do lie sometimes.
Yeah, they do. Nahaz would not be happy to hear that, but
yeah, he's molding at me right now. I'm sorry, Nahaz.
I mean, yeah, the late game potential, the constant clockwork rocket spam, like, and to be fair, beastcoast hasn't, they haven't knocked on the door yet. They haven't really gone into the base yet, so I think that's obviously playing a big role as well. Objective-wise, they're really not that far behind on downside, so I guess I'm getting a little more sold on that idea, but it seems like it is, maybe 60-40 beastcoast, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, sure, Nouns have a way to outscale you, but I think there's more to outscaling, because there's heroes like Batrider and Tiny that are supposed to catch you all over the map over and over. So yeah, you're getting gold yourself, but you're continuing to bleed gold to the enemy team as well. So if they stay even, yeah, in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then I'm down for a 50-50. But it's up to beastcoast. It's time to speed it up, buy a gem, and run around the map. Because if they're not doing that, yeah, I mean, Nouns are chilling.
Yeah, so the second Roshan, clearly, as it usually would, it's probably going to be a pretty big factor here. I mean, it's going to be a southern Roshan as far as being daytime. And right now, beastcoast is setting up for it. About a minute remaining on the yellow timer, so they're checking. Obviously not here yet, but we'll be here soon enough. But now you have Invoker picking up his own axe, and that's, especially speaking about Roshan, he's got the Cataclysm now, so you do not want to be grouped up.
Oh, there's a smoke. Nouns are ready. I'm down for them to just blow someone out of this game. As long as they can maybe see SD so he doesn't disrupt. So let's see how they take this fight. Buybacks are incredibly crucial in this fight for beastcoast.
This seems like a fight that could definitely help determine where this game is headed right now.
Oh, yeah.
Sacred in front. He's not the easy target to kill, but Wraith King says, let's go anyway. Let's go for the back. Let's put the toss back. No Quotasphere yet. Faceless Void might kill Tiny in the process. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight to kill. It looks like Wraith King gets picked up. That's Faceless Prophet, I should say. Lasso being used by Dark Mago, but now Wraith King himself being pushed around. Oh, he gets caught. The Quotasphere, the stuns. Okay, well, the Cataclysm comes down. The Gunner manages to kill Schofield, but Death Prophet is still plenty alive. Wraith King Reincarnation finally activated on him. Meanwhile, just north, Jim Park is getting low, and Chaos Knight is trapped to the point of death. So a double kill for Gunnar.
Kill him, move.
And Dark Mago is also in trouble. The axe comes into play, baby. There you go. They do take out Batrider. And Death Prophet, the exorcism wearing off, has to TP out to safety. So, okay. The Nouns definitely winning that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Dota Plus bot, they should just replace every analyst on this planet. It will tell you exactly how the game is going to go and what needs to happen. That's apparently, yeah, now strike back, easy Roche.
I mean, obviously that Cataclysm combo with Chronosphere, it's insane. Like that,
That's pretty good.
In general, with the spells all being thrown in. Yeah, and that kind of seemed to be the tide turner of that last fight. And now this is Roshan for the side of Nouns. So, we said going into it, this is going to be a fight that certainly maybe determines where this game may be headed. So take a look at the replay. I mean, to be fair, yeah, the Cataclysm actually did do a lot of damage there.
Yeah.
Melted Tiny and dropped the others to about half life.
Well, it's definitely a nice fight from Nouns. I also like how Gunnar used his spells. He kept Jim Park like very out of the fight for the whole time. K1 keeps going in and out with the time walk dilation as well. I think next fight for Beast Coast, whoever they last at, that target needs to die. Like if you go on Void, he doesn't die, he just time walks it off, and now suddenly you just wasted your lasso. Like, that is not something you're allowed to have happen.
Oh, Faceless Void, K1. I think he's absolutely had a redemption game here. He's feeling much better now. I mean, stat line again, 2, 3, and 4. Not the sexiest there, but obviously he's his presence is being felt. Damage is definitely there, and he is a carry. He is up there with the Chaos Knight when it comes to top farm of the game right now. The Lincolns he picked up prior to that fight, he's got an Axe now. Hook shot being used by Lilith to get closer to the Tormentor, and they'll drop it pretty quickly. Mu now has his own shard to work with.
Nice. More skeletons, no mana on your reincarnation. Sounds pretty good. This Lilith has an E-Blade, so he's starting to get pretty farmed. I guess that just has to be for Spell Amp, because E-Blade defensively will not be too good against Shadow Demon Purge. So just some easy Spell Amp, why not?
Yeah, I guess why not indeed. I mean, who did they find down here? That's Dark Mago. There's not a stopper for this, I don't believe, unless they Chrono, but not worth.
Close call. This looks okay. Dark Mago's queuing up a refresher, so he just wants to play on lassos. Yeah, I'm totally not opposed to that. So to make sure that they do find those. I mean, they've got a lot of catch, but the damage isn't the fastest, right? Like DP takes a lot of time. So Jim Park and Dark Mago, I think they need to connect on those lasso targets together.
I don't know. I think there's some argument. You were talking about it earlier. This kind of right-click style of a Bat Rider as the game scales on, and
it is true.
Refresher's not really going to help with that.
I mean, maybe he's like messed up a bit where he went to Octarine before. Like maybe now he's like pretty committed on this refresher. Because yeah, I agree with you. I would have liked the right-click build as well.
Yeah.
My move's gonna get hard, so he's gonna get more big in this game, tank it up more.
Faceless Void still has another 2+ minutes on the Aegis, but you could really feel the shift in this one out. It's been about an 8,000 or 9,000 or so net worth swing in the last about 2 to 3 minutes. All 3 cores on the side of Nouns feeling pretty hefty. We mentioned Gunnar had his struggles early on in Invoker, but not so much anymore, especially with that Cataclysm coming out. Of course, kind of the Tide Shifter there, and almost has a BKB finish to follow it up. Trying to hunt Bat Rider here, but
yeah. All right. Vulnerability, how did it go? 75. Okay. Oh, Jim Park saying hello to K1.
Yeah, and trying to say goodbye pretty quickly. We'll pop the BKB for this Chronosphere going to be used, though. K1 wants this Cataclysm. That's a kill. 85 seconds. He is dead for. They're going to kill the illusions off the best they can, too, but Nouns is definitely pushing objectives now.
Oh yeah, I mean, not even you've got a BKB completed for K1, and like what the next creep wave he's got BKB completed. This is 1 minute on your CK where he's just straight up out.
And then right down the bottom lane, I mean, Schofield's already set up to defend, but by himself, he's certainly going to need reinforcements. K1 jumps in, time dilation. Going to be put under. So when it comes to sieging the tower, maybe not the strongest here on the side of Nouns, although Red King will jump in on the Death Prophet EMP in the back lines, catches Tiny. Death Prophet holding his own, though. The
BKB.
Siphons are out. The BKB activated by K1. Now turning attention to the tower. Lincoln's popped. Schofield, nice combo. BKB's wearing off, so they do kill Wraith King once. Trying to get to kill him again. Disruption used. Bat Rider? No. Blinks away. Unable to lasso.
Okay, well, he's got a lot of gold, so next fight we'll have 2 lassos, probably, if he can get them off. I like that Moose upgrading his blink to the overwhelming blink. Like, I think he's more of a... It's more of a utility build now at this point. So I like that he's not going for something else. I think you just blink in there, you deal damage, you slow everyone in an AoE. Like, you're super annoying for the supports to deal with in the back.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, we're starting to see those tier 4 items coming out now. Spell Prison for Clockwork. Oh,
More rockets, baby.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of hero damage in this game. Not all of it is relevant, but he's got a lot.
It looks pretty for the stats, for sure. But yeah, I'm with you there. It's kind of one of those misleading us out. There you go, right on cue. Where is he? Okay, well, actually, Wraith King is the top 1, so it's not as high.
Excuse me? Okay. Skeletons have been doing a lot of work this game, huh?
Yeah. No, I definitely would have thought of Clockwork would have been definitely dominating the chart there, but all right.
Maybe every rocket is a scouting rocket. It's not actually hitting a hero.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, indeed.
Gunnar down bottom lane. Speaking of the rockets, it scouts. It hits Schofield, and he's running right into this Invoker. Little did he know, Faceless Void doesn't want a Chrono if he doesn't have to, and he doesn't have to.
Spirit Vessel.
Oh, disruption at the last second, and there's a Chrono Spirit Cat. It's Chaos Knight. So they do kill Tiny, buys back immediately though. CK at half-life. The Chrono Spirit has worn off. A couple of split fights. The meatballs are out though. CK is still holding his own.
He's
they get
alive.
low on a Faceless Void. Yeah, he is still alive some way, somehow. Reflection from the Clockwork, and they finally take out the CK. Clockwork, he's dead.
God.
He's just going to do what he can while he has the axe up.
Okay, people are
Finally
dying.
Is Tiny dead? Yeah, Tiny's definitely dead over here. Meanwhile, he's out for 75 seconds. That was a dieback for him. So they're kind of a split fight. Chaos Knight was isolated quite a bit throughout most of that.
Faceless Void just gets to do so much in these fights. Like, K1 is like getting in a lot of damage. He keeps time walking back and forth. It's Moo looking for a bit of a turnaround. I need to remember that Dark Mago still has a lasso. He did use his refresher, so you need to respect that a bit if you're Nouns.
Mm-hmm. We haven't seen the biggest lassos, but they're still primed to potentially happen. Death Prophet. Bat Rider's actually not even here anymore. He's completely elsewhere else.
Yeah, he's just ditching. See you later, nerds. What do you got
flying
doing?
north. He's I gotta go get an item, guys. Death Prophet having a buyback for this. So yeah, I'm not sure what this is about. A miscommunication, perhaps, but. And that's going to be a Rax kill now as well for the side of Nouns. Pretty easy one at that.
Yeah, there's going to be some, 13k lead. They can go mid now, maybe like even push into mid tier 2. Spend all the gold you have and the items you want. All right, not bad, not bad. Nouns, they're doing it. This is super easy for them now. This is their game at this point.
Yeah, that seemed a bit disjointed right there. I mean, it's one thing to make the call if you want to get an item or whatever, go north, but clearly they weren't on the same page because Death Prophet was kind of committing himself there to a fight, and obviously died, and Bat Rider was nowhere to be seen. So either way, it's Nouns absolutely capitalizing, and you're stressing all throughout that when it comes to scalability, this team absolutely has it. It's a matter of can they get to that point, and
yeah,
well, we're kind of at that point. 40 plus minutes in now, all 3 cores have scaled very nicely.
Okay, so at this point, they have double lasso if they want to all in K1. Someone needs to break the Lincolns. You could double lasso him. But honestly, at this point, I think the Wraith King axe is pretty damn good. Let's say you all in this Void with all your spells, then his image lives, he Chronos everyone, Cataclysm. Cool, you kill him, but now you all die.
Yeah. Well, Moo, he's got the sticky napalms on it, spawns the skeletons. Death Prophet, having to respect that. Lotus Orb, Blade Mail is... Man, manages to get away as Tiny gets picked up. Chronosphere hits the lasso. Dark Mago win for the lasso, but it gets chronoed as a result. And now Bat Rider's in a bad spot. He did refresher though, try to save his teammate. They lose Shadow Beam and it buys back immediately. Meanwhile, Faceless trying to kill Bat Rider. Bat Rider barely alive. Gunnar wants to finish him. He can't do so just yet though. Moo goes down. Sacred credit for the kill. The Exorcism certainly doing some work here. Cataclysm finally used.
Oh, they got Gunnar.
Hit though, and they do get Invoker. So Dark Mago not only stayed alive, but ends up killing the Invoker. And now Lelis is likely dead as well.
Wait, who do they have here? Oh, that's Yamsun.
That's
Can they
Nature's
kill him?
Prophet too. Yep, they absolutely can. So Faceless Void will be the sole survivor. After all of that, I mean, that seemed like an absolute victory for Nouns, and suddenly not so much.
Yeah, absolutely it did. I mean, so one of the things is for sure the fact that, okay, so they did use a couple buybacks, only 3. So they did pay a little bit of a price. But I must say that Dark Magos 25 talent is doing a lot of work in these fights. Like just spamming these sticky napalms, coming out with the flame breaks. Like it's just slowing everyone down, forcing BKBs. So if he can start connecting better lassos, they still have a very easy chance at winning some of these fights.
Yeah. It's just another kid. There's so these fights are so spread out with different phases to them.
There's 8 different fights going on. Like you have another one up top, now one bottom left, one about to be top right. But in the live game, they're losing a Rax. Everyone does have buybacks available, but looks like they will just give a Rax, at least for now. Not the biggest deal.
Yeah, that's them trusting in their skill abilities, certainly. And with you, it doesn't seem like they absolutely needed to commit to an all-in buyback, but
yeah.
Because yeah, if anything, that does now even it up at 1-for-1 Rex being cleared out. But yeah, how about the Beast Coast? We're talking all about the skill ability. It's so dangerous on the side of Nouns, but BC not letting that phase them. They show that they still have plenty. Overwhelming blink now finished on CK, and third Roshan is up, but they decide better of it. They said hello and then quickly fall back.
Well, they know that Nouns are all back alive, so they can go for a play. Like, and they can contest it. DP25 is debating which one of his talents he wants. You want more Spirit Siphons? Do you want more Exo Spirits? They usually like the Siphon one, but I feel like in this game just take more damage, so I'm down for the Spirits. I think it's the correct choice. Especially when you go, you usually go Refresher in late game, but okay, let's talk about the fights. That's a 5-man smoke.
That is, and they're running out. Oh my god, everyone. The rockets, the constant overclocking rockets, get them all the vision. Batrider gonna be dumped on the bat. The Chronosphere hits multiple, including Batrider. Batrider's just dead. He has a flyback, not gonna use it, but Shadow Demon's also dead in the midst of it. And Chaos Knight finally BKBs. The Cataclysm coming out, doing some damage. Both the core still alive though for BC, including Death Prophet and Chaos Knight. Batrider also bought back and is back in this fight. So the Exorcism, you got to be wary of that. And now face this Void getting locked down. Lotus Door, will it be enough to save him? It looks like for the time being, yes. He is going to be fine. Manages to walk on out of there. Meatballs are down. Death Prophet feeling the burn. EMP on top, and Death Prophet's out for 2 minutes with no buyback, and they're pinging Roshan.
Oh yeah, this is
theirs.
This is absolutely theirs. I mean, now they're just outplaying them in these fights. Like, they have a nice smoke angle, they get all the rocket flares, they just continuously see them. They're like playing with map tag in this fight. Mu has a good jump on the right, you get a good Chrono as well. In the later stages of the fighters, they might be killing Dark Mago in the live game. No, that's Jim Park, never mind.
That's CK, and yeah, no chance. They catch him. He's out for 95. He has buyback himself, but he doesn't have teammates around him, really. That's the Roshan kill. The Aegis has been picked up. And even Faceless Void going to get the Ags on top of that. So that time lock now.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Dark Mago tried so hard in the fight earlier, after buying back to kill the Faceless Void, that he used his first lasso on the Lincolns and then refreshed the second one to lasso him. But then there's just one Lotus Orb and he's saved, so yeah.
Yeah, not that it's his fault, but yeah, Batrider's lasso initiation has just been non-existent this whole game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has not been felt like you would certainly hope for if you're the side of Beast Coast, and Nouns is the biggest lead yet, easily. 25,000 net worth lead. I mean, they're just going to keep pushing this up at the top lane, even do some spread pushing, both mid and top, taking some good pressure here. Yeah, Death Prophet still out for 40 seconds. Chaos Knight has a buyback, but DP's staying dead.
Yeah, they might just stay dead until they just get 3 megas. Okay, lasso. But there's Satanic, BKB, and Aegis. Let's see if they can do it twice. I mean, that's 1.
Chrono in 6 has Manta, BKB. Nice Tornado allows him to react and get the hell on out of there. So they are going to kill Lelis. Lelis is going to sacrifice himself, but the Mega Creep Horn comes out for this dire side. There's the Chronosphere Batrider with the meatballs. The Aeon Disc saving him a little bit longer. The Cataclysm goes down as well, but Dark Mago, and the Aeon Disc again with the refresher. He's still alive, but no, it's just too little too late. He's out for 2 minutes, and Chaos Knight also going to get picked off. GG, the series will split as Noun takes game number 2.
Nice comeback, honestly. I was not sure if they really had it in them. I mean, of course, their lineup has incredible scaling.